Evening, all. What's up, everybody? HellaBass Live, Thursday night, holiday week. I guess so. Like your garbage can gets delayed by a day for 4th of July, then your HellaBass stream gets delayed by a day as well. Only makes sense. Need an extra day of recovery after the 6-day bass and bender that covered much of the upper Midwest. And I think my family just wanted to see me for a day, so I thought we could just take a night off and talk about some baits. Plus, I don't think the ICAST preview was out yesterday, so good timing. Play. We'll have to take a look at that. ICAST is essential to the fishing economy, but don't like the way it's hyped up to the public. Yeah, fair enough. So, to be fair, I have not looked at this stuff, so I'm going to go in cold, giving you the hella honest opinion. Let some people roll in here. Got to watch all these ads. Good. Yep, watch the ads. So, yes, HellaBass Live on a Thursday night, presented by Arsenal Fishing, boosted by Powerhouse Lithium. And we're going to talk baits, ICAST 2023. Bassmaster has their new product showcase preview, which is only partial. And the Visor Gang, we're going to break it down together and see what's out there. I haven't looked too much at it. I want to give kind of a fresh reaction as we go. Sound is a tad muffled. Do we have? I thought I had the right mic. Let me check here. We'll double check. It says it's the right mic. Because I would assume this is worse. Try going back to this. This should be the good mic. Maybe I'm just tired from fishing so much. Huh. I noticed it didn't sound super great when I was in. I thought I plugged my mic in when we were in Big Stone. Did it maybe get bumped? Is it like too much beard? Maybe not enough beard. What's going on here? Could be all the cotton. That's weird because I got the right mic. Clay is easy to please. I assume this does not sound that great. Let me know in the chat right now. Do a live test. This is great. On-air production meeting. Versus this should be the good mic. Yeah. I don't know why it would not be any different. Unless my mic got riding in the backpack. Maybe it's just not as maybe got a little beat up. Can try turning it up a little bit. You deserve 111%, Daniel. Had it there for a second. That's better. Let me know if I need to make adjustments or just ride with where we're at, or do I touch the little knob again? Seems better. All right. Cool. Let's get rolling before I blow it again. All right. So you guys ready to jump in? Let it ride. We got almost 100 people in here, so people are saying it's good. On-air production meeting. Let's look at some hard baits. So, Bassmaster. Shout out to Bassmaster. They got their preview up. They sent it out today, I believe. I have not looked at this. Actually, I looked at the first one. But the first bait up to the all-terrain finesse swim jig. Like they've had an all-terrain swim jig for a while. This one maybe has. I don't think the other one has an eye on it. I'm trying to remember. Never been super stoked with the all-terrain swim jig. Some people really like it. I'm more of the kind of hand-tied upper Mississippi River style. It's okay for a stock jig. Never been a big. So this has got 3D eyes. I don't know if that's a different hook. Maybe a slightly different head. It's a new variation. I guess it is new. $6. I feel like you can do better out there for $6. Ooh, buy Bassmaster Kayak Series on lacrosse this week. That should be good. I don't know where TK I think is hanging out with the fam, laying low. So let's just keep at least it's new product. Swim jig, Minnesota company, all terrain. Nothing too exciting. All right, Big Bite Baits Real Deal Reflection Swim Jig. New head features flat sides for a bait fish profile, and a conical design, easily passive vegetation, heavy cover, large molded eyes, hand painting, hand tied, which I like. A single wire keeper, 4-out Gamakatsu, medium wire, 3/8.5 ounces. And funny, there's no quarter. That's interesting. $5.49. Quarter and eighth to 14 colors. Interesting. So they can put a Gamakatsu in then 50 cents less than all terrain. And don't see hand tied. So I think that's just a skirt. Looks decent. All right. Booyah Covert Finesse Swim Bait. Is this new? I thought they already had a Covert Finesse. I've heard mixed reviews on the Covert. Some people say they're good, some not. Jigs are hard baits. Yeah, I think any basically non-soft plastics. But I thought the Covert Finesse was already out. Maybe I'm missing it, but I thought these have been out for a while. I have not tried the Coverts. On paper, they have lots of good components. I've heard some good, some not so great. I'm not a huge spinnerbait guy. A lot of swim jigs. Dirty Jigs compact swim jig. I didn't know that Dirty Jigs needed another swim jig. I thought they already had like 17 swim jig styles. New arrival, 4-aught Gamakatsu hook with a wire bait keeper, more lead forward head design, balance point, Alabama style shake swim technique. Quarter, 5/16 and 3/8 ounces. Interesting. It's a decent looking swim jig. Dirty Jigs makes good jigs. Yeah, hand tied or non hand tied, which means you're just relying on the collar, the rubber collar, which they will rot in your tackle box over time and just fall off. Or if you use them, a slight pike nick will make your your skirt fall apart, or you just catch a handful of bass. Sometimes it'll rip apart. The hand tied is just much more durable, and it actually tends to flare a little more. I think too. In general, I'm a fan of wire tied or hand tied skirts. They just last longer. All right, here we got the Freedom Rad Square Bill. Freedom calls this, is Freedom a brand? I didn't even know that was a brand. The Shy Rider. It looks a little bit like a speed trap. Am I wrong? Size up to 2 feet. Fish above emerging grass or also shell situations. It looks like a speed shad. Or was it speed? Was it speed? I don't know. Isn't it the speed shad? Am I not? Is that what it's called? Speed trap. That's it. Speed trap. Yeah. Speed trap knockoff is what it looks like. Pass. Greenfish tackle bad little blade spinnerbait. So that bad little, I assume, is a Brian New feature. Compact frame, armed with a piano wire for maximum vibration, 3D realistic eyes, hand-tied skirt, premium painted. I mean, it's a nice looking spinnerbait. We do not have a retail price on this. Greenfish makes pretty good stuff. But I guess my question, does every single company need a bait in every single category? Rob Harrison, aka Scott Vermonter, welcome to the Visor Gang. That's awesome. One of us, one of us, one of us. Welcome to the team. Thank you. Much appreciated. That's awesome. Uh, so yeah, I mean, like, does every single company need a spinnerbait? Does every single company need a walking topwater? Does every single company need a Senko? Does every single company need every single bait? I don't know. I'd rather see companies specialize and do things well and go deep in certain areas versus just trying to have something for everybody. I don't need to have one. I mean, there's already the Strike Kings and the Pure Fishings and the Practicals of the world that have something in every category. I don't feel like every single bait company needs to do that. I think it's just kind of cannibalizing everybody. I feel like everybody feels the only way they're going to gain market share is by having a hand in every single cookie jar, but I think they'd be better off just trying to own a category or get it, improve or do something better and go deep in a category and own, you know, 10-15% of a category versus trying to own 1% of every category. But decent looking spinnerbait. I don't know if there's anything super magnificent about it. All right, Rapala PXR Maverick 110 jerkbait. Precision Extreme PXR Precision Extreme Redline. The first in a series of elite professional grade lures reduced by Rapala. So you're going to get the Rapala long cast system, VMC Redline hooks, which seem to be pretty good. Um, hmm. So it's a 110 jerk bait. Never been super happy with any of my like husky jerks or shadow wraps or any of that. So this like seems like I don't know. When they say long cast system, I wonder if it's going to snap like a rearrange. It'll be interesting. So it looks like they're going in on that 110 market, trying to get some of that. Yeah, they are. They keep coming back, trying to make a good jerk bait. We'll see if they get it right this time. I don't know how many they currently have active. I guess I don't keep track of that, but they've had a lot of come and go, and so I mean, how many are active? Active? I'm not sure. All right, and then the Shad Wrap Elite, slightly heavier than the original, heavier than original, forged in a one piece through our construction. Elite total game changing ultra natural look. There's our first game changer. Uh, number 55 runs 8 to 9 feet. 75 runs 9 to 11. I'm going to assume it's not balsa. It doesn't say anything about balsa, so I'm assuming it's plastic. Koala guys rejoice. You've got another shad shaped bait. I absolutely did not prep for this. What's up, Jig Squad? Kuda's in the house. Good, excellent points, Mr. Smalljaw. Raffle OG Deep Tiny 7. So now we're taking the OG and making it go deep. I've heard a lot of people say they really like the OG Tiny. I have not caught many fish on it. Some people say it's a really good bite getter. I can see for me where I live in the clean water, a deep runner might be better. Probably is not a Fred side. But so here you take a bait that's been successful and you adapt it. I can be okay with this. South Jersey says he's pretty sure it's balsa. Oh yeah, through wire, that would make sense. Make it 360 worth buying? I think so. I think the Make it 360 still has a place. I still like it on my boat, even though I have forward-facing sonar. All right, keep going here. Lots from Berkeley Dime, right? So this is the Berkeley DT10, right? Uh, Proven balsa action and durability applied to their newest mid-depth crankbait. The Berkeley Dime offering durability in performance of a plastic bait. The Dime features balsa-like action to Berkeley's patented flash disc technology. It only costs further due to the weight transfer system, smaller size, but tracks perfectly and features sticky, sharp Fusion 19 treble hooks. So this is um what's up, tackle talk. We're just getting rolling here. Colby balling out, not on a budget, just straight balling out. All of them, dad bod angler. All right, snag proof zoo pop. It makes me want to say zoo poop. A unique popping action that floats and rests during finesse fishing to power frog fishing. Okay. A soft, hollow body creates standout popping action and a finesse profile. So I feel like this has been tried many times, right? But most of them have failed, right? We've seen these soft plastic kind of merged with frogs, and they rarely work. If it could be done well, this is something that could. But what does this do that a popping frog doesn't already do? Right? This is a small profile. So a popping frog junior in a bait fish color is essentially this. Most of them are too stiff and they don't hook up. Is this different? I would like to think if somebody can do it right, it would be snake proof, but I'd really have to get my hands on this to really say whether I like this or not. But then again, I also think a Poppin' Frog Junior, Booyah, Spro, why do I need this? I have not seen anything that I'm like, I'm for sure buying that. Spro Sashimi Swimmer. So this, I would believe, would be Spro's version of the Sebile Magic Swimmer. So this is kind of like that herring style swimming bait. So this is a Me Too of the Sebile Magic Swimmer. That's probably a bait that there's not a lot of competition. There probably is room for something to do it a little better. Maybe it does. Probably comes with really good hardware and hooks. Spro does tend to do things well with their hardware. Baitman says he has one of these coming. I mean, I if I lived in the land of the herring, I would probably get one of these and try one of these. But I bought several of the Sebile Magic Swimmers 10, 15 years ago when they were the bee's knees on the herring lakes. And I can't say they work all that great up where I live. So it's a pass more for me on geography. But I think if I lived down in the land of the herrings, I probably would get one of these, one or two of these to try. Yeah, the Sebile is the Berkeley Magic. Berkeley bought Sebile, so yeah, that's kind of the same thing. There you go. Give you something to do when you're not working your night job, Brandon. Okay, good to know. Good to know. All right, back to a jig. Spro CG flip. So we have to have a Corey or Chris Johnston signature jig. I feel like Spro does so many good things in their hard baits. Do they really need to be in jigs? It looks like a decent enough jig, but we do have a lot of Archie jigs out there. Would be nice to know if that's a collared jig or if it was tied. $8 for a lead jig. That's a premium jig for $8. When you got to pay Chris $1 a jig, there goes your margin. Strike King Gravel Dog. So this is Strike King's foray into the Wigglewort Rock Crawler arena. So Strike King feels like they did not have that a dog in that fight, and they did what Strike King does, and they try to play in that market that is dominated by the rock crawler at this point. The paint job even looks something like a rock crawler would put out. Maybe AJ, you'll be the new wave will be you painting gravel dogs instead of rock crawlers. KVD J300 steep sinking. So we got a slow sink. So they're just taking their 300 deep jerkbait, which is a pretty good jerkbait, and they're making it a slow sink. Okay. I mean, expanding on what they're already doing, sure, decent enough. I check your texts, Bateman. Go back and look at your text where it says, let's see here. You can join me if you have the stamina, meaning after you were going to join. So if you would like, I will send you an invite, Bateman. But I thought you had to keep the wife happy. So just text me if you'd like to join. Okay. All right, we're gonna send Bateman an invite here. So actually, while I do that, one moment from one of our partners.
Are you ready to reel in your next home purchase or refinance? Supreme Lending's Dream Team can help guide you through the entire mortgage process, from pre-qualification to closing. We have a wide variety of home loan programs in our tackle box, including down payment assistance and first-time homebuyer options. You can ask HellaBass. He trusted us to help finance his home. Contact the Dream Team today by searching Supreme Lending Dream Team, or click the link below in the description, or scan the QR code on your screen.
We're back. Thanks for your patience. Like I said, a buddy of mine is a partner of the show. He's a bass fisherman. So if you guys are looking for your new house, your lake house, you're looking for a new house with a bigger garage for your boat, head up the Dream Team and give them a listen. If Bateman bails, I'll send one to you, BBC. That's what we're trying to help you out, Bassmeister. Like, we're trying to get you filter this out so you know where to spend your money. Yeah, I would say of the baits we looked at so far, Clay, the OG Tiny is probably one of my. The deep OG is probably one of the ones that's the most intriguing. Bateman, what's going on? Is he making sound? I don't hear him. I'm not sure. I assume the gravel dog is the same size as the rock crawler. We are not hearing anything from you, Bateman. You might want to check your settings and see what it's.
Can you hear me now?
We do.
I'm here.
Yeah, I did say it was a 1.5. That's right.
Well, so how many
Mike,
knockoffs have we covered so far?
So far, let's see. There was the gravel dog, which is clearly a rock crawler from Strike King. There was a couple others. I could scroll back quickly.
Basically, I looked at the gravel dog, and
so
this
is a magic swimmer.
It's a Series 5 with a different lip in it.
Sure.
I gotta pull this up on my computer because I can't see it when I'm in the
actually, I'm not sorry because I'm not showing it. So the Spro sashimi swimmer. Uh, let's see here. Do we call the Berkeley Dime a DT10 knockoff?
It's
It
close.
looks like it's close, but I think they're staying true to their original shape, but they're truly trying to take the DT10 on from a. I mean, Rappel's coming out with another jerkbait. They're trying to go after the 110 market. Um, this looks like a speed trap knockoff.
Yeah. I'm trying to fix my audio here. All right, we're good.
So you sound fine to me. I don't know.
Lots of swim jigs. I saw that. I literally was wanting to do this stream. We talked to Tex, and I never.
Yeah.
There's been no hype about ICAST. This usually comes out like a week and a half, 2 weeks before.
I think they just sent the link out today.
That popper back there with those hooks, the weedless popper. You know, that design's been around several times.
Yeah.
And
I mean, if they could actually get it right, maybe it could be good. But nobody's gotten it right.
The hookups are terrible. Strike King had a prototype soft plastic sexy dog like that I've seen, and they never brought it to market because they said for every 10 bites you get, you lose 10 fish. So,
or 10 out of 10.
It's hard to sell baits when you can't get them in a boat, you know. All right.
So let's
By the way, thanks for having me on, Rich. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. War Eagle Jujitsu Jig. What's new about this?
So I don't know if you know about the story about that jig. Is they supposedly bought out a small time Arkansas company called Jig Jitsu. There was a store around a few years ago in Arkansas that they sold tons of them things, and I think War Eagle basically bought them out.
So this is the same jig in a 1/2 ounce instead of a 5/8. That is not ICAST worthy. That does not need to be in the new product showcase.
You want me to be
You
honest?
definitely should come out with new sizes of your jigs, but you shouldn't put them in the new product showcase when you come out with something that's an 1/8 ounce different.
Right. I'll be honest. I'm not sure if a jig really requires taking the ICAST. I do like the pro football jig.
I mean, it got a nice recessed tie.
Yep. I like the recessed tie, all-terrain tackle, that Moyna football jig. You just can't beat it.
I mean, this looks like a pretty good jig for $5, but it's still a football jig.
Dude, I remember when a football jig cost $3.
All right, this is kind of interesting. We have a jointed wake bait with a rear prop.
Hopefully my volume's better. That's looks like a Megabass eye loud.
Yeah, I guess is the Depths Buzz Jet similar as well?
Yeah, but it's not.
But it's not jointed though, right? It's not jointed, but otherwise,
I like Yozuri stuff, but I don't think that's like some new innovation thing.
I mean, in the grand scheme of things we've looked at, it's
probably one of the
right
better
up there.
Ones. Yeah.
If you've got it on the scale of ICAST, it's actually pretty innovative.
Yeah. You know what? I think Yozuri's color patterns are a little underrated. I mean, they ain't got no crazy Megabass, but everything's good and natural. The paint jobs and finishes hold up. I like Yozuri products.
Yeah.
I think the reason they don't sell super wild is because their name, Yozuri. I think I'm buying a yo-yo.
Yeah, if Omnia would carry them, I'd start buying them. Because I hear about Darius wrecking him on the pencil popper and the jerk baits, and I'm like,
he does.
I don't,
true story.
So, Z-Man Chatter Elite Evo.
I know you're going to like this. I saw this today. My first thought is this is a jackhammer without Evergreen's name on it. And it's got a different, little keeper. It's got that lead down there.
You got a little extra. You get a little bit of lead plus the wire keeper, it looks like. 5/0 custom heavy needlepoint black nickel hook. 100% silicone, wire tied.
I like that gold color. I bet that sucker would
You got some
slay in Florida.
paint schemes on the head. Stainless steel blades. Yeah, I feel like this is just right. They're not sharing with Evergreen anymore. Right? Like,
Yeah. So the question is, are they going to eat themselves? Are they going to
I
give
don't
up
know.
their
Well,
jackhammer sales?
I think they're gonna make just as much money off this $10 chatterbait as they are gonna off that $15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not sending $3 to Evergreen or whatever.
So save all your jackhammers because in a few years they won't be available, and then you can get $40 a pop because they're
There you
OGs.
go. Yeah. So these are only $10. This seems like a really good chatterbait for $10.
Someone asked,
It
does it
says
say what
it
hook?
says a custom heavy duty needlepoint black nickel hook.
Looks like a gamakatsu.
It looks like a shank damn tuna hook. Looks like it'll stick them.
Yeah.
No, it's only $10. So let's get those into Omnia. You can use the new code, and you'll be getting these out the door for $8.50. So like not innovative, but hey, this is Z-Man bringing us a high quality chatterbait for $5-6 less. So
I'll
that's a
probably buy
win-win for
several of
everybody.
them things, to be honest with you. If
Yeah.
they'll run like a jackhammer, I'll buy them.
So this is
It looks like a small Hellraiser.
it's just the Hellraiser Junior. So, right? I feel like the Hellraiser is already pretty small, actually.
Yeah, it's skinny. It's on a...
Interesting. All right, so that's it for the hard baits. Now, this isn't everything. This is just what's been kind of submitted early and what ICAST or Bassmaster get approved. So there will be more baits. Yeah, I would say, I don't know when the timing of the new is, but unless you're in dire need of a jackhammer, you might be able to
I think
slow
Z-Man's
on the
actually
market.
pretty good at bringing stuff to market pretty quick.
And I've seen the Hellraiser's definitely caught some fish. I'm surprised, when both those tours went to Murray, I'm surprised we didn't see more about the Hellraiser, to be honest. We're ready for soft baits.
Yeah.
So what were you most excited? I'd say hard baits. I'm most excited about the $10 jackhammer and maybe the OG Tiny Deep.
Yeah, I'm a balsa guy and a flat side guy, so I'll go with that. The OG Tiny Deep. I've got the Spro Sashimi Swimmer on the way. So obviously that's a play off the old school Seville swimmer, but that bait's got a cult following, especially on those herring lakes. And it's just like the Vixen. Those guys want the old ones versus the new ones. And I think what Spro done is take that similarity and kind of reviving that style swimmer. And that is, that's a herring profile. It's not a shad profile. And they're only really competition Seville in that category. They did have, Strike King had the sexy swimmer. That was a straight KO. Clay, he says Mag Draft KO.
Strike King's not afraid to bring out something and mothball it real quick.
Yeah. My only issue with calling everything a Mag Draft KO is the Mag Draft is just another harness swim bait, and they've been out forever.
Oh, right out of the gates, we got tubes.
That's very innovative.
So they are using their sensation formula in a tube. I actually like some of the big bite tubes are a little bit underrated in my opinion.
I think Big Bite makes a lot of underrated baits.
Well, and they also make most baits for other companies, so
correct.
Or their parent company does.
Yeah.
Actually, their 4.5-inch tube I like for flipping, like Texas rigging it.
Dude, I really, I've told guys that I like the what I call the Angry Beaver, from Big Bite. That's The one that Drew Cook won on it. God dang it, I throw it all the time.
Fighting Frog?
Fighting Frog. Dude, I got tons of Fighting Frogs. I'm kind of upset that Drew Cook won because it's such a good bait. Not a lot of people use it.
I wish they could crop these worse for the showcase. I wish there was more white space around the bait.
They should have put that on toilet paper.
So missile bait's definitely just going in after the heavy poop market here.
They missed the name. I'm not gonna lie. It should have been called the Deuce. I think a green pumpkin, the Deuce, would have been awesome.
I wonder if this is as heavy as the other ones.
You know, there's some to those depths plastics. They don't just feel like, you know, when I pick up a missile plastic, I can tell a difference in the texture and stuff in their plastic versus, you know, a Zoom or 6 Sense or whatever. It's a really smooth like plastic. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with their baits catch fish.
Yeah, I don't know. I was surprised though. I got some of the Yamanuki or whatever, the Nuki Yamamoto baits. Yeah, that bag is like 2 pounds for like 6 of them. It's heavy. These will be available in July 23. You'll get a pack of 6 for $5.69. So at least I guess this is going to be more readily available and more cost effective than the JDM counterparts. So that's the one thing is like, to me, JDM soft plastics are just not worth it.
No.
Like, so if this
cool
is yeah, what I'm saying, like, you know, paying $2-3 for a soft plastic and then burning through them, it's just not for me.
I agree with you there, Rich.
There's 2. That's true. The Deuce was was it a small swim bait or was it a little? I forget what it was. All right, the Nessie, which I think somebody said there was something.
Grow Design.
Like a flag or something.
Yeah, Grow Design Works Flag 170. It's been out for a couple years. It's got a really good fawn. It's a pretty cool bait. This is, I'll call it, like I said, this is pretty much the same thing. They do.
Would that have a mesh joint as well? So it's kind of like a joint like the bounty fish, right?
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of the bounty fish. I found it didn't work good for me. I mean, I'll throw that. I mean, it is cheap. That Grow Design's like $70, $80. So, you know, that's, you know, people can say copy all the time, and it's true. But Berkeley's market really is the guys that only want to spend $12 on a swim bait.
Right. Question is, will they send it out and then recall it 3 weeks later?
Well, so there's pros and cons of that. The pro is at least they caught their mistake. The cons is they sent some junk out.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of that, unreal. So the Spro Flappy Frog came out, I don't know, a year or 2 ago. I mean, it was a fish catcher. Like, it was a good frog, but you'd be lucky to get 2-3 fish before the weight was gone, if you even got one before the weight was gone. They actually redid it. They didn't really publicize it, but they redid it and wrapped the hook around the weight now and took that hole out, and now it's pretty much indestructible.
Nice.
And I used it up at Big Stone this past weekend, and I smoked them on it. And so and Omni has all the new versions now. So if you buy them from Omni, you'll get the new ones. And that thing, Spro does a lot of things right, where like they'll fix stuff that's not right. So
yeah, I mean, I like Spro baits. I throw Rock Crawler a lot. I throw the Roku Shad. I wore out some Little Johns. I have no problem spending money for their baits. I know what I'm getting. I don't ever really have too many issues.
It doesn't say what the MSRP is, but it's definitely sub 20.
It's $12.99 is what I was told. I've seen that somewhere. I'm not sure what size that is, but
the mistake was the plastic was wrong. They didn't have the right action, I believe, right? That's what they said in their press release for the Cull Shad.
You know, I've seen a lot of people talk about it won't burn and all that. Dude, most people ain't burning soft plastic harness baits. They're made for a slow roll. It's just the way the harness sets up and everything, the balance of the bait in the tail action. If you want something to burn, you don't want a lot of thump in the tail. It makes it blow out. Hey, look, a spunk shad.
This is the Rapala freeloader. The Crush City. What's with this Crush City stuff? Why do we need the word Crush City in these plastics? Supposedly this is the bait that Wheeler dominated on Gunnersville with.
Looks
Supposedly
familiar.
it's super fine tuned, but it looks a lot like the other front facing sonar small straight tail minnows. I mean, really, right? Even the spunk shad probably goes back to the eye shad to some degree, right? The jackal eye shad or
I'll
whatever
be
that
honest. I
stuff.
think the way it was just told to me from Scott is he wanted a Kitech with a straight tail to put on the back of a jackhammer. And there you go. And the scrounger deal, the Jerky J, they're really wanting anything in that category other than a Jerky J for those straight tail bait. But you get something good when Rapala's trying to make something similar.
It'll get bit for sure. Crush City Ned BLT. Well, I don't. The whole Crush City thing throws me off. Like, what is that? So this says completely different material than anything else, combining a durability and buoyancy with maximum action. So it kind of feels like Rapala is trying to get the foray into the Laz-Tech type material.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it'll be interesting to see that, right? If this is something that is like somewhere halfway between Z-Man, a Laz-Tech and regular plastic, that like you get some hybrid of that actually that could be innovation worthy.
The
and
problem with
ICAST
Z-Man is you're a little limited on your choices because of the plastic. You can't just say, hey, I like this 6-cents net head and put a Z-Man on it. It don't work very well. You can't get it. So
right.
If you could have a hybrid where you could use the Rapala Neds or anybody else's and still get some of that same properties of Laz-Tech, that'd be great.
Yeah, I don't know what this turtle shell thing saddle on the back looks like. It's almost like it's like some kind of like
looks like a crab
mayfly
leg.
Wings, like I don't know, that are like tucked, like it's supposed to like some hatches can open is gonna. I don't know, like what is that? I mean, I don't know if I want. I'd rather have the ribs for tucking my hook into,
right?
If I'm gonna like texpose it. So I don't know what that does. It's weird. I don't know. I'm interested to see what this completely different material is.
Are you going? Or are you gonna be like me and
Bailey's.
work?
All right. So, I've heard good things about this cleanup craw. Like people, I mean, it gets bit. I mean, but most creatures and craws and bugs that look like this do get bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a proven shape. Yeah.
The cleanup crawl. It looks very similar to the X Zone adrenaline crawl. And you know what?
Yeah.
X Zone could be pouring stuff for people.
Culprit and Creta craw maybe a little bit too.
Yeah. I would like to see a new culprit red shad.
Well, maybe that's one of the 17 custom colors will be a red shad in there.
Pops would be extremely happy about that.
A standalone punch bait or a jig trailer. I've heard a lot of people say this is a good hardhead trailer. And here's the Rapala Crush City Do Live Beaver.
They don't look bad,
Bronco Bug.
But that's kind of
all the JDM
OSP.
haters will say it's the OSP. They have a really, really long description for this. When the lure hits bottom, the legs come forward, hit the head, bounce back and forth, and then return to the resting position. Really? I can't imagine they have that much action in those. A dolphin-like swimming action and a bronco buck when jigged. There's a lot going on in this description. Available 18 colors with its exclusive smart injection technology. A 6-inch bait is available. This is a 6-inch bait. Interesting. Trust City, the mayor.
Kind of like an updated version of the what's that? The Largo Shad, kind of
Largo
HD
Shad.
Largo Shad.
They
I
can
like
just
that
do more
Largo
custom
Shad.
colors.
So one thing about OSP, here's an issue you run into. There's only like one or two places you can get that stuff. Hookup Tackle and like Carolina Fishing Tackle in the
Yep.
U.S.
Well, this is just good for you, Matt, because now everybody will be buying the domestic stuff, and there'll be more JDM for you, so you won't have to. Yeah, the Crush City must be just like their new.
They're bait fuel.
I wonder if it's almost like what was the soft plastics that were like a complete dud from Rapala?
Oh, I remember that.
It was like black packaging, maybe like a little bit of green.
Oh yeah, they made the Tube X, which is actually a really good bait.
It was kind of like they tried to like almost come out with. It was supposed to be almost gulp like, but not, or like it was kind of more like a Berkeley style. I forget they had their own like name and
Yeah, I'm gonna find it. Terry Bolton was sponsored.
Trigger
sponsored on.
X. Yes,
Trigger,
Trigger
X.
X.
Yes. Do not
So I wonder if
Google.
Trigger X is the new Crush City. I don't know.
Do not Google Tube X. Trust me on that one, because I just did. Yeah, vertical lures, Trigger X.
Yeah, Crush City is a terrible name. I'm not gonna lie. That must have been Wheeler's idea.
I'm surprised it's not Ding City.
The Rage Hawk. It's like kind of reminds me of the old Mosquito Hawk.
Yeah.
And the fact that they called it the Rage Hawk.
Man, I'm not
This
sure
must be
what's
a
going
Ned
on
bait?
at Strike King, but whoever's in charge of the lure designing and naming
It's
stuff
Castledine,
I'm blaming him then.
isn't it? Isn't he in charge of all new products or something like that?
I don't know.
Or he's part of it anyways. I don't know.
I could
This
find
bait
out.
fits up to a 5/0 hook and it's only 3 1/4 inches long.
It's pretty compact.
Also new, the Raged Luacra, a bulkier Rage Scone Bug, and tour grade Rage Swimming Head. Rage, okay. I don't know.
Classic Strike King, not really bringing anything new. We're just going to add some new sizes and colors and sprinkle in a few things, and we're good.
I mean, this one could be considered new. I don't know. This could be a unique punch bait, I guess.
Well, you
If it
could
holds
also
a 5/0 hook.
you could pinch those legs off and have you a little Ned with a split tongue.
But it's 3 1/4 inches, so it's pretty good sized. The Spro Megalojohn. That's first of all, that's the one you picked color wise to put in the new product showcase.
Yeah.
Does that color do anything for you?
I catch him on crankbait on that color. But I would just assume not have the scales and just have like old school white bluish back. But the only problem is judging these baits by the background. You know, you're shooting a photo on a white background. That bait may be more transparent than we realize.
Sure.
But here we go, the knockoff Mega Bass.
I mean, this is going to have good hardware, right? It's going to be Spro, so that's a.
Like I said, Magdraft's just a knockoff of an Osprey. Just a different name. So Spro has these available on their website, and I bought one so I can compare it to Magdraft and Osprey and a few other things.
So on a stream coming soon, you'll see it side by side with the Magdraft.
Yeah, maybe Sunday.
It looks like it's a little deeper, like just hard to tell from this picture, but in that, it looks a little deeper than a Magdraft. I feel like
Daniel T said looks more like the Birkin swimmer. It does that. It looks like the owner Birkin.
Have you fished the Birkin swimmer?
No, I should have bought one at the East Tennessee show. It looked really good. I think you have. I think it's
I've got quite a few fish on it.
I think it's a good looking bait, and I saw a YouTube short. It did pop up on my feed. Maybe you catching one over there.
But if you don't put a nail weight in it, you think you have to reel a Magdraft slow? The Birkin swimmer is painfully slow to fish. If you don't add a little weight to it.
Yeah, that's the problem with all these harness baits. They don't really have a lot of weight. So guys are like, well, you can't burn them. Well, they're really not meant to burn. And by the time you put all that weight in there to burn it, then you lose your tail action. So it's a catch-22.
Expanded colors of the spine craw. Not noteworthy. The Yum Helgramite. Haven't they had this forever?
Yeah, and you have that Tackle HD that's had a Helgramite forever.
So this was a big thing at the Classic.
Mm-hmm.
They released this at the Classic, so I'm not sure why it's in ICAST.
I kind of like that.
There was a lot of people excited, a lot of people buying them at the Classic. A lot of people were in the X-Zone booth buying these. I haven't heard much. So I guess the real test will be, will we see, I guess is Polnick still with X-Zone? Yeah, he is.
I think so.
Yeah, I think he only went to Megabass for hard baits and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see if this is like a player on drop shot and little swim baits and things like that at the Northern Swing. Do I ever lie, JP? Come on.
Yeah, I think Brown Bait Company. There's definitely been a lot of people making that guppy goby head in the last year.
Z-Man Scented Jerk Shad Z.
I'm not going to comment on that. I'm trying to keep this PG.
Isn't this? I thought they already had that.
They just got a bigger version.
Z-Man Chatter Spike.
That kind of looks cool.
But this is basically a Z-Man Spunk Shad, right?
Yeah, Spunk Shad / Zaco, whatever.
I mean, it makes sense though, right? They're the Chatterbait people. They should come out with their own version. I mean,
yeah, from a marketing,
not saying it's innovative, but it only makes sense for them to come out with it and to, if everybody's throwing another bait on your Z-Man Chatterbait, then you should offer something in that category.
Yes. Like, let's be real here. Not everyone. It's hard to believe watches YouTube and the guy goes in the tackle shop and buys a Z-Man Chatterbait. Instead of him hunting around for the right trailer, he goes, "Oh, look, there's a Z-Man Chatter Spike. That's what this thing is for," and he buys them together.
And honestly, Z-Man plastics are great as chatterbait trailers. Like the fact that you're not trying to Texas rig it and it's exposed hook, you a little dab of super glue and you can fish one for a week and go through one trailer. So it makes a lot of sense. The Z-Man Gobius. So this is where I say Z-Man, stay in your lane.
Trying to be a little dark sleeperish.
Yeah, I think that was my rant before you got on. Is like, why does every company feel like they need a bait in every category and do what you do well, own that market, and quit trying to get your hand in every single cookie jar. And
I feel that way about rod companies making reels now. Like
I do
like
as
St.
well.
Croix. No, they're great rods. I like them a lot. But did you really need a reel? The guy that's buying a Legend Tournament Extreme that's $650 is probably buying a Metanium or Aldebaran to put on there. He's probably not going to be like, I think I'll try this St. Croix for $150.
Unless you're going to do something better than Shimano, Daiwa, and Luz is already doing, then yes. But they're not. It's not even under. They've got a. I don't know if it's St. Croix something else, but it's got a different brand, and it's
called like
not
Seven or something. I don't know. It's
weird. Yeah, Stefan or Seven or it's. I don't know. I'm not excited about the branding they picked. I mean, I'm not going to buy one either way. Yeah, it's something like that. It is like Seven. Yeah, it's something like that. It kind of looks like 7-Eleven too. The logo.
I may have to cut it short eventually.
All right.
I'm good for a while.
That's right. You can come and go as you please. The Z-Man Mulletron. I kind of like the name, not going to lie. I kind of like the Mulletron name. But this is a saltwater, right? I assume?
Yeah. I also weed eated my yard in between streams.
That a boy.
Sweating like crazy.
All right, getting into rod and reels. Segue into the 7. The Cashin Icon Salt Finesse. Okay, saltwater. You lost me there. Keep going. More Salty Finesse, the Icon Salt Ned Rig. What?
What's up, Dizzle? Dizzle's fishing in here.
Bizzle, what's up? The John Cruz Icon Big Bait Rod. All right.
Big bait.
You
And
can
they
use
got
this to throw your the
You would think
what's it
there would
called
be a
again?
Megalojohn in there
The Megalojohn,
and a
yes.
Spro crankbait. Big bait, and they've got a single arm spinnerbait in there.
And whatever that thing is.
Looks like an A rig.
Is it? It's kind of hard to see. I mean, Cashin, I've never held a Cashin, but I feel like they're pretty good rods.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with Cashin rods.
Daiwa Tatalui AGS rods, haven't these been out all summer?
They've been out for years. They just redesigned it.
I know, but even the redesigned ones, I think Omni has had them for a couple of months.
Yeah, I like Daiwa's too, elite rods.
Halo BB Frogging Rod.
I'll probably stick to a Dobbins for a frog rod.
Cast King.
Whew, $150 for a Cast King.
Cast King's getting all bougie these days. Blues Custom Light Rods.
I messed with the prototype not long ago. They're not bad.
I feel like Luz has made some strides in rods and spinning reels in the last couple of years.
Their rods are really hit or miss. I don't mean that bad. Like there's some categories of the rods that I'm like, eh, and then there's some that I'm like, oh, that's a really good feeling rod. You just got to find what you like, and they got a lot in the same price point. It gets confusing.
Z-Man Drew's Ultimate Ned Rig. Drew, who's Drew? Drew Reese. I don't know that. The co-creator of Z-Man's legendary TRB bait series. All right. St. Croix Avid.
I like the Avid series. I got one here. It's good. I got a really good Avid worm rod. I like it.
So St. Croix Mojo Trignon series. So they've done some aggressive things here with their redesign. Almost gives me a little Bionic Blade vibe from like 1998.
So what happened to the wind grip stuff? Did that just like fall off the face of the planet? Remember, everybody was doing a rod with the wind grip, and then all of a sudden, you don't see it anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. Does this just feel like this would just constantly catch on your shirt? This little, like your belt loop, your cargo shorts, your shirt. Like I feel like that's constantly just gonna, like, you're gonna like rip your shirt or something. All your sud shirts will have like a side like tear in them.
Got about 2 more mosquitoes that bite me, and I'm out. I can't close my door in the bait room or I'll melt.
13 Fishing Muse. I'm just not a big 13 guy. I'm just gonna keep going.
Oh, Steve likes it.
Fenwick World Class. I kind of liked Fenwick before Berkeley bought them.
Dizzle says he's all about the wind grips. I'll be honest, Dizzle. Any like moving bait, spinner bait, crankbait, top water rod, I love the wind grip on. Really
I got to show something here now.
Uh-oh.
So, little courtesy of Punch Fishing, ICAST had something that they had, but they had to pull it back down because Shimano hadn't officially announced. So there's a new Shimano Poison Ultima coming out. So that was up and then
have to use
got pulled back
on that. $880.
So there you go. For the budget-friendly angler, $880, you can get the new Shimano Poison Ultima. It comes in 2 casting and 2 spinning models, both 6'10" and 7 foot. Medium and medium heavy actions. That does not seem... Those are just like basically finesse rods.
Right. It's got to be for throwing BFS stuff and getting super
That's
sensitive.
Crazy. And then the new Shimano Stratic FM at $220. So this adds the Infinity X-Cross technology, Legacy Cold Forge Hagen keyring, I mean, honestly, these every year the Stratic just gets better because you basically get the old Stella technology just ripples
Mm-hmm.
down. And same Daiwa and Shimano do the same thing. They have their what exists and their
Yeah. Metaniums
Stees and Stellas, and then it just trickles down. And like if
so
you're just
yeah, like the
patient,
new
like
Tatula 100 is the Zillion technology
right,
put down in a Tatula. I mean, it's smart. I mean,
the white Stratic is back, boys.
dude, I want to like bring back a white Chronarch so bad. Like this guy, just take this one right. Dude, I got one laying about. Take this old pearl color and throw it on a new designed Chronarch. They would sell so many.
I still have a Chronarch D
Yeah, good reel.
or E. Which one's the pearl?
The pearl
Chandler.
ones, the B series maybe.
No, it's the
It's the
more
A series. It's the very
no, it's
first
the
one.
it's the Chronarch D is the one that I was using. But
And then you
all
got
right,
the
so there's your sneak
E's.
peek that are not in the Bassmaster. So there you go. Little juice. All right. Reels. Abu Garcia rebooted the Xenon. Did anybody besides the Berkeley pros actually buy or use the super expensive Abus? Daiwa
Swim bait
Steez.
guys.
650 bones. I'm just gonna be honest. I pretty much tap out at the Zillion. Anything more than even the Zillion is a luxury, but like I just
I'll be honest, dude. I love my Tatula 100s. I like the SVs, but I like that smaller profile, and I got really used to that Tatula 100. Yeah,
so you'll be all about this. This would be one, the new Tatula 100 for 180.
yes,
This would be something you'd be interested in.
I'll
Yeah,
definitely be
like
buying some of those.
this is something I would probably buy. The new Fuegos. Actually, there's some banging deals on Fuego spinning reels right now if you shop around. I think somebody had a buy one, get one on the existing Fuego. So
Yeah,
they're going to
this
up the
is.
price $10 to $30 on this.
Ooh, I like my
I
Tatula
like the
spinning
looks of
reel.
the old one a lot better. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I really like my Tatula spinning reel. So I'd be interested. I got to buy
There's
more
the new
spinning stuff.
here's the new Tatula monocoque, which I did hold this. I did they had this at the classic. It's a pretty nice reel. I think I would probably just save a few bucks and go with the Procyon monocoque though. I think for the money.
Right.
Denali is out with reels now.
Mm-hmm.
Have not touched them. Have not heard anybody other than the people that use Denali. Oh, why didn't you say something sooner, AJ? We'll go back and look for people here. All right. Yeah, so Xenon, they rebooted it. Daiwa Steez, nobody can afford it. We're excited about the Tula 100. Here's the new Fuego. I kind of like the old Fuego look. There's the new Tatula monocoque. It's a nice reel. I've had my hands on it. It's pretty nice. Denali? It's a weird picture. Just to give us the front view of it.
Basic bait caster.
I mean, I've heard Panger talk about it. Obviously, he's part of the Denali Pro staff. Haven't heard about anybody else, but I don't think anybody else has had a chance to fish them yet. Looks like they're going to be. They have a 160, a 250, and a $300 price point. Asking IFC microphones that digitally monitor casting variables to offer user refined digital casting experience. External aerospace aluminum and carbon fiber. Keep the reel under 7 ounces and only $349.
I don't know about it.
I don't know. I just don't trust anything casking / pissy fun. I don't know. But then I've never actually tried them, so I'm just judging.
I can't even pronounce
Your fancy.
Have y'all seen how bad these handle like grips that are metal have rusted and worn out? It makes for great Instagram photos. Every time I post something with this reel, it goes crazy. But it's just got braid. It's just a heavy reel. It's a paperweight.
Built like a tank. Yeah. All right. Let's see if we can lose American Hero combo.
Yeah, they changed the camo.
Yeah. I mean, budget friendly rod, and I mean,
They
they
sell a
actually, I
ton
hope,
of them. They sell a ton of them.
and I assume some of the proceeds go to help somebody.
Yeah.
I hope. I don't
It,
really see it in the description, but I'm hoping that at least I mean, if you're going to do that, that you're donating some of the proceeds.
though, American Hero rod made in China. I could see where people get salty on that.
There's your wind
Mock,
grips.
yeah. Tournament grade mock jacked combo.
Look at the old mock combos were what, like 100 and some bucks? No, this
Yeah,
is a
dude, it's
250.
great sellers. Sold a ton of those mock reels.
Hyper bag bait cast. They've redone the hyper bag to be lighter and stronger. And the JDM style wind handle knobs. I'm sure the Lose people will be excited about this. Seems like There's the 7. This is the 7 by St. Croix.
$120.
They don't like their. I don't see anything about St. Croix in the actual description here, which I feel like that's a mistake. I feel like if you are going to come out with it, you should lean into it versus trying to create a new brand. I could be wrong.
Just put it sold fine if it says St. Croix GF Baitcaster.
It's going to be available in September, just in time for the time of year where nobody fishes.
Yep.
Perfect timing.
Stocking stuffers, maybe. Dizzle says he's not mad at St. Croix reel. I mean, we'll try it out. I do kind of like the handle on it.
Oh, their spinning reel is.
I'm out. It looks like a spider.
That doesn't look. I'm not on board with the aesthetics. This is available January 2024, $140 price point. I'm not going to read all the things. It looks like it's got some kind of unique thing here, like a soft plastic rubber for holding your line, maybe to I don't know what that is.
HellaBass, I'm gonna have to dip. I gotta get in the shower. I gotta be at work in like 45 minutes.
All
guys,
right. Sounds good.
HellaBass,
well,
thanks for letting me join, guys. I'll stream whenever.
We stream next week.
Probably Sunday night. Look at all this sweat.
Sounds
more work I do at work.
Wow. This PG. Come on.
Thanks again, HellaBass. Y'all guys have a great evening.
Thanks. Wow. These are not good looking reels. I'm just not gonna lie. These are $190 1-year warranty in January as well. Look at this. This is some funky braid. J-braid multicolor. I like J-braid. This is intended for deep drop fishing. Changes every 10 meters. All right. It might be fun just to spool it up. I wouldn't really use it that way, but it'd be kind of interesting to use that on a leader. Yeah. Sure. I'll be on for a little bit longer, Brendan, if you want to hop on. I don't know how much there is more to but I can send you a note on the IG quick. One moment. Chris, maybe do I have your email? Was it Brown? Brendan Brown. His Yahoo email. Sent to your Yahoo. New Yahoo. I don't know. This would be kind of fun. I could spool this up, have some fun with it. Cast King Tri Polymer. I hate the packaging. Worlds with a line combining monofilament and fluorocarbon. So this is basically fluoro clear. Sinks through the water column. Spear knot strength. $8.99. Not on the packaging it says not fluorocarbon, not monofilament. It's a different color every 10 feet. Yeah, Cast King's going after the line market. Sunline Overwatch. Metered 8-strand braid. "12-inch chartreuse and 30-inch green." So that's you're supposed to tie at the green section and then leave the high vis up where you can see it. So I guess if you don't like leaders and you want to go straight braid, this could make some sense. I mean, I don't know how much there is more to do with line. My kids do watch the heck out of Miley Cyrus reruns, JJ. Sunline Tepa, tapered FC leader. So it's a leader where you have the heavier end you tie to your lure, and then it tapers down to a smaller for your union knot. Wait, no, it tapers down to a smaller size for the lure knot. For the where. Yeah, so you can do it either way. It's 10-foot length. Do you get one for $10? It doesn't say there's multiple. It says available in 10-foot length, $9.99. I don't know. Will you be using this for your swim baits? Tapered
Not
leaders.
a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not buying this.
That's more of a
It
trout.
seems like
thing,
if
I
it's
think.
8 pound on one end, it's only 8 pounds. Am I crazy?
That makes sense. You know,
Yes. So you're either going to have the fat end down by your lure, and it's still going to break at 8 pounds
I think it's designed to
at
have
your
the
connection
8-pound
knot,
at your lure.
or you have the 8-inch down at the low end for line worry fish, but then it's still going to break at 8 pounds. So why not just have 8 pounds the whole way?
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I don't know. That's just.
Yeah,
I'll just stick
I
with
don't know.
buying a spool of 8-pound high quality fluorocarbon and just use that for my leaders.
Yep. Or just go with big game.
Yeah, just go with 12-pound big game. That's all you need.
No, 20-pound. You got to use 20-pound for your drop
Okay.
shot.
10 meters, not 10 feet. My bad. Terminal tackle and storage. A sickle head. The all-terrain Hail Mary Ned head.
I hear the Beast Coast one that has like the little notches on the jig head is supposedly you're supposed to feel it better, but I don't know. I don't know about that. I haven't tried it.
So
That just kind of looks
all-terrain
dumb to me.
company, they should probably have a Ned head. Sure. They did incorporate. So they have this knurled kind of head in their football jigs and their jigworm hooks. So I guess, I mean, I can. Sure. All-terrain Scope 2. It's a forward-facing jig with a tungsten head.
Look at that overspray.
We've got
It's an
plenty
ugly
of tungsten
color.
heads out there. There's the Baits Fuel deodorant. Now, I think this actually makes sense because, okay, let's just assume bait fuel actually can be effective. Okay, whether you believe it or not. If it is you squirt it on your bait, you can't smell it, you can't detect it, you throw it in the water, you don't know if it's there or not. At least if it's a stick, you can see there's still a goop on your jig head or your bait or something, so at least you know it's there. So I guess
there you go.
I probably like this better than the liquid bait fuel if I was believing in bait fuel to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So there you go.
So funny.
And now that this doubles for you. I mean, you're still single. You could have this, a little deodorant, with the ladies, use it during the day for fishing. I mean, it's really
Apparently they like it or something. I don't know.
the Big Bite Baits real deal swim bait head.
The screw looks a little small on that one, doesn't it?
It
Looks
does look a little
undersized.
small. Unless that's the 3/4 ounce, then
yeah.
They did the same thing on their swim jig with this glitter head, which is interesting.
Looks a little weird.
I do like a screw lock for these type of things. They do tend to really work really well for preserving baits.
Unless the tail gets bitten off, then you're kind of messed up there.
Yeah, well, that happens.
They're short striking it.
VMC finesse football jig head.
Just pretty much
why not give us a red line hook in there? Come on, you cheap SOBs. Swinging Ned hook. So I've seen a picture of this. And is there a joint there that I'm not?
A football head, like one of the swinging ones?
As it articulates at the point where the hook connects to the jig head. So we can't see it, but.
So is it moving just like this? Or is it like have a little bit of everything? Like a little bit of side to side and up and down?
A moving Ned head, I think there is something potentially there that's interesting. I'd have to see it in person, but in principle, I feel like biffle heads, the swing head in general creates a different bite than a football jig. I'm a big believer in the ringed hook, and so thus I would be give this a try and see if it's effective.
Yeah, I like those the swinging football jig heads. Whenever there's a bunch of clay or like a bunch of like little chunks of clay on the bottom, it works really well. Swinging, those are pretty sweet. It's like a crankbait almost on the bottom. I thought they already had those.
I don't see that thing as like swivel chatter. I don't think, no. Like the Freedom heads.
I hear good things about those around rock, but I don't have rock, so I don't know.
Yeah. Yum. I mean, Pradco, they're good. Yeah, I mean, they were like, hey, we don't have a Ned. We sell a zillion Yum Ned dingers. We should probably have a Ned hook. Sure.
Yeah.
A rattlesnaker. So this is for inserting rattles into Z-Man plastics, right?
Yeah, that's what I hear. I don't know. I don't know how it works.
So you can make your own rattling Neds with this.
I don't know.
Small stream. Z-Man Z2G weighted swim bait hook.
Yeah.
So I guess for their Z-Man plastics, this probably is a good design. Yes.
Mm-hmm. The shoot, I forgot who makes it. There's one basically just like that. Just take away the orange keeper and the little rubber thing, and you just slide your Z-Man baits over it, and they stay really, really well. Like the Winnow 95, you can fish it on there. So yeah, it's already out there, kind of, just minus the two little additions. What's up, TK?
Are we going to see a stream tomorrow? Midday stream, TK?
Yeah, I've been missing those. I haven't had anything to do during lunch.
It is kind of. I do. This is a simple thing, but that is, stamping the weight is nice.
That's very true.
Oh, an AFCO bag. Ready this fall, $140.
Or you go to Office Depot.
5 3600s and 1 3700. The Costa bag.
Looks pretty cool. 140. Dang.
The D box.
Looks like a box.
Yeah. I saw that Omnia was carrying the D box. They have already added them, I think. And I'm thinking to myself, why can't they just add Flambeau?
Mm-hmm. You like the Flambeau boxes a lot?
Yeah, they're just good boxes for the money. Like, I feel like every box at Omnia is like $15 or more. Why can't I just get like a $8-10 box that's effective?
Yeah. If you ever go to
Oh,
Hobby Lobby, they have like a bunch of them.
Techcraft had to fix his exhaust fan so he could actually paint some mates and make some money.
Ooh.
The Daiwa fanboys will love the Daiwa tackle boxes.
Probably.
This thing is a giant, a G Case 3000. It's $70.
What is that? I don't understand what that's supposed to be.
I think it's. I don't know. It reminds me like back in the day. You guys will be too. So they used to have this giant Plano tackle box that was like so many people had them. It was like a war chest, like just this. It was like, and when you filled it out, the thing weighed like 80 pounds, and like people
Oh,
would bring
damn.
it in your boat as coiners, and it was like had all these sliding drawers and a flip top, and like
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this thing is.
Wait a
Except
minute, I
even
have one of
heavier.
those. I have one of those at my shop. I'm no kidding. It's a Flambeau one, right?
No, this is a Plano, but
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm sure I'm sure Flambeau had a similar box back in the day. Yeah, that I feel like everybody I knew had this Plano box at one point back in the like late 80s, early 90s.
hmm I mean, do people still use like tackle boxes like that unless they're fishing for bluegill?
I don't know, but this thing was like it had to be 30 some inches by
Hmm.
like 24 inches by like 18 inches. And
Yeah,
when you
that's a
load it
solid
up,
box.
737 Plano, Jim says. I wonder if we can find a picture. We gotta
I'll look it up.
see. I'm gonna look this up here. No, not nearly big enough. 737 is like a micro compared to the box that I'm thinking of. It was a Plano.
I'm looking at a bunch of them. They're old looking, some of these ones.
It's this one, I think. The 797.
Mhm.
We are getting completely sidetracked here. Nope. See, that's not this older one.
I mean, why not just go out and get like a toolbox or something?
Here
Like
it
a
is.
giant
Sorry,
toolbox.
we
with
are
wheels on
interrupting
it.
this stream to bring you a memory from my childhood. I found one on eBay. Maybe I should get it. TK, did you have one of these? It's $198 used.
Ooh, better sell some Vixens if you want that.
Look at this
Dang,
thing.
that's a big one. Is that metal or is that plastic?
No, it's all plastic.
Okay.
So you had 4 drawers. Then you had this upper section here for like spinner baits and buzz baits.
that's
And then
pretty
you could
sweet.
cram pork jars and like plastics and anything else in
I
there.
mean, that's pretty sweet
It was
looking,
a damn
honestly.
war chest. Does it give the dimensions on this thing? It says it's 21 by 14 by 12.
So maybe that's
So
the
it's a little
downside.
exaggerated.
Okay. Maybe there's a bigger version that you just haven't found yet.
Jim says he had one. It was a baller tackle box back in the day. What's up, Uncle Marty? Yeah, TK, he should. I mean, he probably has one in his shop. Oh, you can put soft plastics. You just pile them all up right in this big section up here, like this whole section right here, soft plastics.
Couldn't fit too many bags there, though. Really going for the hard baits here.
Yeah, it had that like weird front door on it. So like,
Oh.
if you didn't, this thing, I remember like you'd have to get like a little carabiner or a little clip, because if you didn't, that front thing would pop open and then your trays would all come like sliding out.
That would be an issue. Just all your maybe terminal tackle just stacked up in those little tiny crates and everything, just go all over. A suitcase that had wheels. I know Fish Lab had one that was like massive and
Yeah.
had wheels and
There was no
everything.
boat storage, but like when you saw a co-angler walking down the dock with that monster, you're like, oh man, like oh.
Mhm. I think a backpack just from like Office Max just works fine, honestly.
All right. Back to the monstrosity that sidetracks the stream here.
I guess you're just repurchasing this off camera, aren't you?
Just for my another edge box, a jerkbait box.
Ooh, not like we don't have any of
Let's
those.
see.
Look at
I'm sure
that.
that's like a $40 jerkbait box. No thanks. That gets less jerkbait boxes than my Mustad Alpha Point.
That's smart though.
It's like
I like that they put the epoxy on the area where the hook eye bends over, because I do that on some of my hooks because sometimes the line gets caught in there, like the braid and everything. That's smart.
the Z bend and epoxy at the eye holds and protects soft plastics for the perfect wet edge of Texas and Carolina rigs. Only $4.99. Nano thin Titan X finish. I'd give these a shot. Looks like the hook point right is not in line with the eye.
Yeah,
I would definitely give this a shot for an EWG. I like that. Hopefully, it's more readily available than the owner hook that came out last year that nobody can buy. What one was that one? The one that everybody excited about, and there was like 4 of them made.
I have no clue what you're talking about. Was it like an EWG or something?
Yeah, it was the owner had an aggressive name to it. Somebody will remember in the.
Yeah, they'll probably get it. The Haymaker.
The Haymaker, yes.
Gotcha.
Yep. Tap the thumbs up. Good reminder. That is the new July Omnia code.
I don't know. It's Mustad, so I probably won't try it.
This is like one of the first, like, I'll definitely try this.
Yeah. I think that mullet looked really good. Like the Z-Man mullet. That one actually looked like a good bait. Might be my favorite bait out of here so far.
That was my favorite name.
I think that should work pretty good.
The Rapala Wrap Stack Tackle Trays. Stacking trays. Oh boy. Why did you guys stick to making baits? I've actually heard good things about this line storage bag from Sunline, but I haven't really seen how it works.
They make the Plano stowaway bag or boxes. You just throw all your line spools in there and roll with it. Accessories.
Dakota Lithium. Garmin Kraken trolling motor.
Aggressive.
63, 75, and 90 inch. I think this is basically for saltwater.
Mm-hmm.
HDS Pro Active Target 2 Active. Hasn't this already been out for a while? Pretty sure it has.
No clue. I don't keep up the electronics like at all.
There's the new Minn Kota Quest Ultra X that finally came out with a brushless design, redesigned, supposedly stronger. Retails from $3,000 to $3,500. No, for brushed models, $3,700 to $4,200 for brushless models.
Mm-hmm. Those things are so loud. The regular Ultra X's.
They're definitely the most durable.
I hear the Move is like a really, really good one. I hear.
Garmin LiveScope Plus Ice Fishing Bundle. A line spooler. I mean, you just wear your Crocs and put a pencil between them, right? That's the line spooler these kids use these days. Spring-loaded line tension knob. Integrated line cutter. It's not that hard to spool line. Come on.
I take off my socks, put a
Starbright
pencil in
comes out
between
with
my
some boat
toes.
products.
Look at that, plastic clips.
Yeah, you know what works really good? Velcro
Zip
straps.
ties. Oh yeah, there you
No,
go.
actually, zip ties. Actually, I'm not a fan of because you can over tighten them and hurt the wire. But like
Very
the
true.
Velcro, like you just wrap it and you keep reusing it.
Because doesn't the warranty like get void if you like cinch it down too hard on some of the fancier electronics? Like,
I'm not
isn't
sure.
that right?
Maybe, possibly. An
I'm pretty sure
AFCO
I heard that
hoodie.
somewhere.
They make nice stuff.
AFCO makes good.
These would
solid
match your
gear.
boots, TK. You should get this to match your boots. Jason Christie camo hoodie. AFCO bibs. Is there anything that's not AFCO in the clothes section on the Massmaster site? Bahio. I've not tried these. A lot of marketing. Former Costa person is running Bahio. I'm sure they're sweet.
Costa wins every single year. I think they've won like 12 years in a row. Best of show at
Costa?
ICAST. Yeah. I think they pay for it or something.
Blackfish shorts. That's a Minnesota company. Blackfish pullover. Blackfish Rage boot, which I believe that came out of the Classic. I'm just not a big fan of these boots for fishing. I don't know. I think they look weird.
Flip-flops or cowboy boots.
So there's your ICAST winner, the Costa King Tide 8.
100%.
Made for elite anglers, King Tide 8 features unprecedented sweat management, shark-inspired zero fog venting while optimizing viewing on off the water removal, side channels, non-skid. Hooding keeps the frame exactly in place. I do wish I have older Costas and they don't vent well, so I wouldn't mind getting some newer sunglasses that vent better.
Yeah, that's what always builds up right there.
$700 jacket.
Shoot, man.
Rain gear. 200.
Wow. Sims is expensive.
Yeah, Sims is not cheap, but it's good stuff though. I've never worn it, but it seems like it's Strike King $40 sunglasses. I do want to get a pair of yellow lenses. What's up, Amy?
Hello, Amy.
An epic adventure. Wow. I didn't think it was. I mean, wow. Sounds like you had a good time.
Are we going to start a guiding service?
I was thinking, like, would people pay for like in Minnesota? Not like I'm just going to take you to one lake, but I'm going to just take you on like this adventure.
Yeah, I'd go.
Those look awful.
Apparently, for some reason, they say something about their like noise cancellation or something in there, and they connect with like an app. I don't know.
Oh, they provide
really weird.
outstanding directional audio, noise cancellation, unparalleled glare protection. Trade the touchscreen for touch control as you fish uninterrupted with outstanding visual clarity while wearing the new Fish IQ. So it looks like there's like these 3 little dots. Is that supposed to like touch your skin and then activate it? Okay. Oh, this is paired with the iReel 1. You can access fishing data without reaching for your phone. So this connects to your smart reel. Oh boy.
When I go to ICAST, I'll figure it out and see what it is. That's hilarious.
I think I have both plastic and glass.
Oh man.
That's it. That's the end of what we had to look at. What so
Nice.
You said your favorite thing was the
I think it might be the
soft
mullet.
bait?
Yeah.
The Multinator or the
yeah, I think it is.
No, not that one.
No, don't you dare show that. I think that might be the best one, honestly. I mean, and best is, going really hard there. There's nothing really good.
So you expect you'll use this as a bass bait?
Yeah, bass, maybe redfish, maybe snook, tarpon, maybe if it's a bigger size. I don't know.
They give this one best name as the Mulletron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does look like a Savage Gear. But it should be made out of the Z-Man stuff, or the Z-Man plastic, so It should be more durable than the Savage gears. So I'm going to get some. See how they are. What's your favorite?
I think that Mustad hook that we looked at.
Yeah.
There was also something else in the first. Let's just
Was that jerkbait or
the $10, the new $10 Z-Man chatterbait.
Oh yeah.
Looks like I can get nearly jackhammer quality for $10. I think this
I'm
OG
interested to see
Deep
those.
Tiny 7 could be a bite getter.
Mhm.
This one's a maybe for me. This wake
They
pop.
already have that out though.
If I get into the heavy poop stuff, I'd rather buy a readily available domestic one versus something I have to buy off Ben's secret website and pay for his mortgage while he hoses over South Jersey fishermen and takes advantage of him.
Yeah. Use code SouthJ10 at checkout. Just keep spamming that until he notices.
I'm interested to find out what this supposedly different than anything material that they're claiming with this Crush City Ned. Did they really come up with something that's actually something that's unique, or are they just saying that?
No, of course it's just marketing. Okay, that rage thing. I was thinking, should you be able to put that vertical on a swim jig and have it like a bluegill profile?
Maybe
it's supposed to be. I don't know.
It's supposed to be able to hold a 5/0 hook,
so it should be able to fit most swim jigs. I don't know. Just might be interesting to throw on there and see what that does.
I mean, I guess I'm waiting to see what. I mean, of the this category, which one is the best, most durable, does the best things? I don't know. I'll probably try a Megalodon.
Yeah, I think I have one in my cart right now, just to try it out. Yeah.
Probably try the new Tatula 100.
Mm-hmm. How many Tatulas are out right now?
I might just buy some of the new Fuegos or the old Fuegos at half the price.
Mm-hmm. The Corrados are going on sale.
Procyon monocoque instead of the Tatula monocoque if I get one.
You got to get the 7-Eleven reel.
Yeah, probably not.
I'm going to bring that into. I'm going to get one, bring it into 7-Eleven and say, "Hey, this is not working. Can I return this?"
I would consider, because it's VMC and it's gonna be affordable, I'll probably buy a pack of these swinging Neds to see what they're all about. Mm-hmm. And this hook is probably the one I'm most excited about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the market for
not much.
Trolling motor.
Trolling mola.
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know. I think maybe the Corrado might be a good one. I don't know. The Corrados are always solid.
There's more stuff coming out too. This is just a preview, so we'll probably do another full ICAST after ICAST. David, thank you so much for the $20 super sticker. Much appreciated. Not needed, but I do appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Very nice.
Yeah, most of them are probably out of stock now. Lightning Muskie says OSP Beaver knockoff is the one he's most excited about.
Yeah, I'm not getting that. I don't like to buy things that are knockoffs, like to just support the original company that came up with it. Like the people that created the flag. I mean, if you've never thrown one of those, Rich, you need to grab one of those. I think they're on Tackle Warehouse right now for like $40.
Absolutely.
They're insane.
Sure. Oh, yeah. Yep.
Whatever. They're really cool.
Thank you, Amy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Amy made these. But I mean, honestly, those flags are like legit. Hey, you should probably get one. If not, I'll send you one. All right, Dizzle.
All right. Thanks for letting TK come out and play, Amy. I mean, the new Shimano Stratic looks. I just my the spinning reels I have work just fine, so I don't know.
You threw on a pig stone?
What's that?
You didn't like it? The flag?
There was plenty of jigs. You came in late. There's lots of jigs in there. Lots of swim jigs. The new. It looks like if you look at the picture, it's in the I already closed it, but it looks like you're getting most everything of the jackhammer from Z-Man for $9.99. There's just no evergreen name on it.
There's
I
a
did not
website
buy that
actually
big stone.
in Japan that you can buy jackhammers, legit jackhammers for $9. So
There were no
Surely.
frogs, but maybe we'll still may
Berkeley
see
one.
some things in the actual new product showcase. They did have that soft-bodied popper from Snagproof.
Oh man,
That's probably true. I don't know. Maybe that Cast King Smart Reel. I mean,
Yeah,
you get that in front of the right people. That could get some votes.
that's very true. Yeah, I think the Corrado should be fine. I mean, they usually do a good job.
The Nessie probably is a strong candidate for best in show.
Yeah, I'm banking on it all. I'm sure of it.
Would it be fun if I had like a side pot under where people like nominated what they thought was going to win?
You might want to.
The Tackle Warehouse Chatterbait's the custom, which is a good chatterbait for like what is it, $7.99?
I think it's somewhere
There
around
is a
there.
new code for Omnia down below. And Arsenal, right? They have some new swim jigs available. Not at ICAST. This new bait wrap. Actually, I actually got to use this. So I know I showed this before, but this thing is pretty slick. And I used a fair amount of bait wraps on the trip because we had piles and piles of rods on the deck with 3 people in the boat.
I bet you.
But so in all my old style bait wraps, almost every time, and TK can stand it, like they would by every time my hooks would be stuck in there. Like every time I went to go take a crankbait out, they'd be stuck in the but this is designed to go around your bait, and then the straps are on the outside, so there's literally nothing for your hooks to catch on inside your bait wrap. Dan knocked it out of the park. Legit.
Do they make a longer size? Because I'll definitely
This is-
grab some of the small ones.
I think this is the bigger one. This one is
Was that 7 or 8 inches?
where's my ruler?
I'm looking at those. I'm going to look up those right now.
Usually my
Those look
ruler's
pretty
right
sweet.
here. Who's touching stuff? Feels like this is like 7 or 8 inches long. This is the the longer one. It's literally usually right
I gotcha.
here. This angers me.
Ooh, they make a black
What do I
one.
have to? Well, this is a 7-inch swim bait, so it's at least 8 inches. There you go.
I gotcha. I think I might grab some of those sometime.
Let's see. This piece of paper is
Are the black ones I
it's
made
closer
out
to
that
9
neoprene?
inches. If I hold it up to an 8.5-inch piece of paper, it's a little longer, so it's close to 9 inches.
Okay. Are the black colored ones neoprene, or are they like that plastic that's the clear ones?
I think they're so I have the clear ones and the black ones. I have not tried any of the black ones. I just assumed the black ones are black plastic.
Gotcha.
Can I guarantee the hooks won't pop through as long as you don't step on it?
Oh, they look pretty good. I like them. The ones from
Yeah,
Hiroshima.
I
those
got a
ones
couple of
use at
the
moment.
Northland tackle frogs. I will say I caught a few fish on a big stone. It did not hold up nearly as well as the Spro. I only probably caught 3 or 4 fish on it before my weight was gone. I had an MVP brown natural frog from the trip that probably had 10 or 12 fish coming into the weekend, and we hammered on frogs for 3 days, and it was still kicking on day 3. I finally just cut it off, and I was like, retired it.
Going
The
on
weight
wall.
probably fell out 8 times, but every time it fell inside the frog.
Oh man, that's
So
lucky.
you could still push it back in.
Man. So was the Spro Frog the deal?
It's pretty darn good. I'm not saying it's like, thank you, Rusty. Much appreciated for supporting.
So that one was the one that you guys used the most there.
Yeah, the one that caught the most fish was the Spro Bronzeye.
Gotcha.
Although the Spro Flapping Frog was a big winner until I broke it off. Because I had one of the new ones with the new weights inside.
Okay.
Um,
Did that
and
hold
that
up
thing was
better?
a tank. They redid it so the weights don't fall out.
Okay. Okay.
It's now molded on the shank instead
So
of.
where do you buy those at?
What's that?
Where do you buy those at then?
The Spro Flapping Frog?
Yeah, the new ones.
Omnia has them.
Oh, okay. Sweet.
We can, if people have not seen this, I think this frog is underrated. We'll bring it up here. Not sponsored
There's one
by.
by Blitz that I know of. That was the one I used to use, but I wanted to like the Spro Flapping Frog, but the weight kept on falling out.
Yeah. So the new one, it's actually, so they basically took the hole out of the bottom of the frog, and it's wrapped on the shank of the hook inside the frog.
Smart.
I broke the braid on one of them on a hook set, but it was mowing them down. Uh-oh. I guess the word got out. Somebody was talking about them.
AJ says
Damn you, Hella, keep your mouth shut. They're all gone.
Dang.
I'm going to have to do
wait for Omnia to get back in stock.
Email me.
I'm going to sign up for that. What colors are you guys throwing the most?
Mostly black. Mm-hmm. Look at this yellow sparkle. That's a Brendan special there. Actually, I'm not even sharing the screen. Been looking at it. I used to have this thing where it automatically would just go to the screen. But yeah, these are all out. Somebody
actually, I like that color.
Manuela Lake. No, I basically throw that one and that one.
Mm-hmm.
I do have one of those, but that's the old one.
Black.
So then once I broke it off, I put one of the old ones on and literally lost the weight in like 2 fish.
Yeah.
But to its defense, it is not completely useless without the weight. It actually still throws and fishes pretty well without the weight.
Okay. Another underrated frog that I know of is the Zoom frogs. Those big hollow-bodied ones. Those ones are pretty sweet. They're really nice and soft.
Good night, Brian.
Good night, man. Tim, I hear those IOBs are really good. I've yet to find some. I mean, if they're jackal quality, then I'm sure they're fine. Just have to keep looking on eBay.
As a tournament guy, I like to depend on things that are readily available so that I can get them when I need them. That's what keeps me away from most JDM stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the IOBs are discontinued or something. I don't know. If they're JDM and they're discontinued, then
if it's
they're
made by
definitely hard to
Jackal and
find.
it's good, chances are it was discontinued.
That's exactly right. They made this jig that had this crazy skirt. I can get it for you if you want, but it's this tungsten jig and it has this like crinkled skirt. It's super, super cool looking. I've yet to throw it because
have you ever seen the Northland tackle jig? Might have a similar skirt.
Not.
Let me see.
I'll grab it for you real quick. It's a sweet black and purple color.
Let's see.
See if here we go. It's really compact and it's got a good hook in it too because it's jackal. But I don't know if you can see that skirt in there. It's kind of crazy. Sure. I don't know. I don't know if it does anything in there, and it has the weight stamped on the head too. So
Northland Tackle used to have a similar cut on their jungle jigs. Right here.
Okay, yeah. Looks interesting.
$3.95 per jig.
That's the right price right there. They need to sell jigs in like bulk packs, like just to sell like 5 black and blue pitching jigs in a pack. Because I mean, you go through so many jigs. Why spend $5 a jig when you can buy like 10 of them or something and get it at a little bit lower price?
So you can add the Super Eruption, the Bow Stick, Diote, the Aska, the Bling, which is now back again. What was it?
The Megalodune.
Was that a jackal
bait? Spinner bait, yeah, jackal.
I don't know. That's just
they
just
had like a wiggle
off the top of my head.
Yeah. Somebody's like messing up over there at Jackal headquarters or something. Where's Nathan in here? We need to have him send them a message. Because I mean, they need to bring back all these good products.
Is that the one where they screwed up and then nobody got any points for the last one? So yeah, I don't know. We'll probably talk more about it, but yeah, we had a pretty good epic adventure. I'm sure TK will dive into it on his future streams, but we fished
hopefully
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lakes.
Oh, really? That's a lot.
In 5 days. Caught smallies, largemouth, decent amount of walleyes, a few drum. I don't think TK ever got a pike, so he's gonna have to come back and redo his trip. It turns out the smallmouth lake we went to on Saturday, winter killed, and that's why we only caught 2 10-inch smallmouth all day.
Man, did it just like really freeze over completely, like all the way, like down to the bottom?
Like a lot of fish died, and I guess smallmouth were hit the hardest. There was still, I mean, TK got almost a 7-pound walleye. We caught some eater walleyes and some drum and a few other things and small pike, but like supposedly it was like this hidden gem of a smallmouth lake where you could go out and not work very hard and catch 30, 40 smallmouth between 2 and 4 pounds. And then we go there and we catch 2 10-inch smallies all day and we think we're the worst fishermen in the world. And then I call my buddy, he's like, oh yeah, you didn't hear? There's almost no smallies left in there. They all died.
That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, snow cover prevents light penetration and oxygen production. And then the weeds that die, so when weeds are growing green, they photosynthesize and produce oxygen. When they die, they steal oxygen from the water.
Yes.
So
that's just kind of a unfortunate.
He did get a PB smallie. So he went from having 1 smallie in his life, he probably caught, I don't know.
What did you say?
15, 20 smallies on the trip. So he caught a handful of walleyes. It was pretty good.
It sounded like you guys had a lot of fun. I mean, the picture you sent, it was like all smiling and everything. He was happy. Wearing the jorts.
I don't know if he was happier about the Casey's pizza or the fishing or just not sweating all day. So it was not a walleye sandwich. We just fried them up. I'm not a big fish sandwich guy. I feel like fish or bread overpowers the fish. I mean, I like fish, but I think fish sandwich is just like you're just hiding the fish between bread.
How about a taco?
I mean, taco's okay. But you can just eat the fish. Yeah. He was by the end of it, he was literally obsessed. He couldn't stop talking about like once he fried up his first walleye and ate it fresh. So like he had walleye before because I think one of his customers had like brought him down some frozen or shipped him some frozen walleye.
Probably still in the
and he says like it was good, but then he wasn't like blown away. But then like when we like flayed it, it was basically still alive when we flayed it, and it was in the grease 10 minutes later. And he was like, now I see why people obsess about it. And he was just like, he literally caught, I think, 2 or 3 pretty nice walleyes the last day. And he's like, so you, wait, he's like, I can't keep it. Like,
I have to put these out.
He was like really upset. Yeah, he's going to be releasing his walleye tips in a camper Patreon stream.
There's a very specific Big M crankbait you got to throw for those.
No, he got a lot of walleyes. Most of the walleyes he caught was cranking. So
Nice. What was the water clarity out there? Was it like super clear on
No,
most of the
most
lakes?
lakes we went to were pretty stained, and I tried to hit a Clearwater lake on the way home as kind of like a last sampling to give them kind of a different feel, more traditional. And
Mhm.
all the spring weeds had died off, and the new stuff hadn't come in, so it just kind of had this like hazy,
It didn't
milky look
filter.
to it. We still caught some fish, but just it was kind of going through a spring turnover, so it
Yeah.
didn't look real good. So we never really got to fish any super clean water. So he missed that out, that part of it.
Man. Well, it seems like you guys had all fun and everything.
I mean, he was looking pretty comfortable with the Ned rig and the spinning rod in his hand.
You're gonna need to frame that. That's probably the only time you ever see him doing that, right?
It will be on a feature YouTube video, encapsulated for all of time.
Oh,
So I gotta get a
everyone
tournament
will see
video
it.
out, and then the guys dude weekend fishing kind of vlog fishing extravaganza will come out, and you'll see some Casey's, you'll see some road stuff, you'll see some fishing, you'll see some catch and cook, you'll see some nighttime grilling and hanging out. So it should be good.
Nice. I look forward to the episodes. It should be fun.
More to come.
Yes.
All right. Well, I think we covered everything we need to cover. If you guys came in late, catch the replay, and you can get my brutal honesty on all the things coming ICAST, or at least what we know about.
Mhm.
And otherwise, for those listening on the MP3s, I appreciate you guys as well. If you haven't been to, what nights are you streaming in these days on the Brown Bait Co?
Every Monday night. So every other Monday night, it's on my channel. And then every other Monday night that it's not on my channel, it's on Jermaine's channel. So we have Baitman on in 2 weeks. So we'll have him on. Then I think this coming Monday I'll be at ICAST. So we'll just be kind of chatting back and forth, I think. So
Are you gonna Are you gonna take any like little short videos or anything? Are you gonna capture nothing? You're just
I'm
gonna
just gonna
take it in yourself and be selfish?
Yeah, probably. I might film a little something like a little goofy video or whatever, but I wanted to run through ICAST with my airbrush, just spray all the KOs black, and just tag them all.
You want to be like the people that like throw red paint at people that wear fur coats. That's what you're like. But you want to like throw black paint at KOs.
Pretty much. Yeah. So.
Well, appreciate it, Bassmeister. I hope I think you'll find that their shipping and customer service is quite a pleasant experience.
Yep. Always good products there, and usually fast shipping. My last one was weird, but every other time it's taking like 3 days. It's awesome. Yes, and Mendit. I am talking to the Mendit people for you, Dizzle. Don't worry. I got you.
You could be like the. Have you
go.
seen the on TikTok or whatever the cart guy in the parking lots?
I don't watch any of like the social media stuff. I'm sorry. I don't.
So there's this guy. I forget.
That.
It's called Cart something. Cart Narc. He's called the Cart Narc, and he stands in parking lots. When people don't put their carts back, he goes and puts like these flags and magnetic stickers on their car, and then creates these confrontations until they like put the cart back or they freak out on him. And he has to run for his life. So you could like be like the KO narc, and you could put little stickers on there, little flags on there, and then when they take them off, you just go back and put another one on there, and like that would be some
awesome.
epic content.
There you go. I'll do it. I'll run down to the store today. I'll get some stickers made.
Yeah. So just you do some research, look up Cart Narc, you can get, and then you can like, and he makes like,
get familiar with
woo, woo, woo. He makes little noises, and then like people just, they're like, W, boo, 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 we touch my car again. Like people like lose their S.
I need to find a cameraman then. Let's see. Anyone here going to ICAST want to be my cameraman for this? You may have to talk to the police afterwards, but it'll be all worth it.
Just wear a hat cam.
Oh yeah,
chesty.
There you go.
Just wear a chesty.
There you go. Really smart.
That would be epic.
Oh man, I might do that.
It would change the trajectory of the Brown Bait Company channel quite significantly, I think.
It will. It would might point me in the wrong direction that I want to go with the channel, but be pretty fun.
If it goes well, at least you'd be can afford to go fishing.
I've got an extra bed for you, Dizzle, if you want.
Boy, things get weird. Bring him some Dizzle. If you go down, pack him some Casey's.
What is this Casey's I hear so much about? Is this
a gas station? So Dizzle, have you had the brisket pizza? And what is your opinion on the brisket pizza, Dizzle? While you're here,
so is it like a Friendly Gus?
Casey's is a gas station.
Okay, so it's just a gas station that has food. It's kind of like the Hunt Brothers pizza with a Friendly Gus kind of thing, right?
Way better than Hunt Brothers.
Okay.
Hunt Brothers Casey's pizza is very ordinary.
Dizzle says it's meh.
Really? I'm a big fan. I think it's... So this is the Casey's logo. And again, I'm not sharing the screen.
Okay. Well, if I see one, I will stop, and I will have
this
some.
Is an old one, I think they're as far down as Tennessee. But you travel in the Midwest with horses and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go all over.
So you might. But their
be able to stop at
pizza is like top-notch gas station pizza. It's still gas station pizza, but...
Well, I will have to give it a go sometime.
I will say their biscuits and gravy are very pedestrian. Their biscuits were terrible.
Okay.
Their croissant was just okay. The breakfast burrito was actually really good, though. The pork tenderloin sandwich was okay. I do have a lot of. I actually, I just only for the first time signed up for Casey's rewards because we were stopping so much. And I was basically had to capture all of TK's pizza purchases. Their breakfast pizza is pretty legit.
Okay, breakfast pizza. I've never heard of that.
Their biscuits and gravies are very ordinary.
I think the Buc-ee's are really good. I don't think they sell pizza, but they have some good like brisket sandwiches, and they have really good fudge and all sorts of stuff in there.
See, I like the jalapenos and the onions and whatever else is on there. The people that don't like the brisket pizza are the people that like cheese and pepperoni. I mean, like they're like pepperoni's like
cheese
crazy for them. Like that's living on the edge for them. Where they're like, I like a cheeseburger with ketchup on it. Like they think
just cheese, no sauce.
They're like, well, there's something green on my pizza. They're like,
oh no thin crust, please, Dizzle. No, don't do that to me.
All right, for real this time. I feel like I spent a weekend with TK, and now I keep trying to end the stream, and I keep talking. He has infiltrated my life, and I don't know how to end a live stream anymore.
Man, I'm sorry, I rambled a little bit there.
All right, we're exactly 2 hours, pretty much. So, as always, here to help you guys catch more big bass and suck less.
See you guys.